What's up, everybody? Today is Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2021. So I hope everybody's doing good today, having a good day. It snowed again last night, which I didn't even know it was snowing. I was like, what? Woke up, snow. So it wasn't too bad though. We kind of been having a mild winter lately, so it ain't too bad. But I hope everybody is doing good. You should catch me on YouTube. My name is just Nicole Lowe with the H. So if you want to see my videos, catch me on YouTube. That way you can see my full video or whatever. Because I noticed when the story is just like a little short thing, it had me on there singing. I'm like, oh my God. But the real video, you can either, sometimes it'll let me load it after I record my videos. It'll go straight to Facebook if I push it. And then sometimes I have to do it through YouTube, put it on there, and then put it on Facebook. So, but it's much easier if you just go to my YouTube channel and then just go on there and watch them. But yesterday I was talking about beware of everything, what you take in and who you let be over you, people that's not serving God, pastors, not pastors, but motivational speakers, even pastors too, because you got false pastors teaching false doctrine, but motivational speakers, mentors, and life coaches, and people like that you let over your children who can, that don't know God. You should never want a leader that don't serve God, that don't serve Jesus. You should never want anybody to be your leader who does not serve Jesus or influence you, because that's crazy, But today I'm going to talk more about the black community, far as how they have left God, the black culture. The Lord was talking about that with me today, about the black culture and, the issues that they have. Everybody want to say it's the white people, the oppression and what we had against us. But at some point, you've been saying that for 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? At some point, when you're going to stop saying it's somebody else? At some point, when you're going to take your accountability as a person, as a culture? Because people have these conversations and they feel good, they feel cultured, they feel deep, but in reality is that you're responsible for what you do, because God says so. So you can philosophize whatever you want to do far as culture is concerned, or whose fault it is, but God said he's not going to judge you by what the next man did. He's going to judge you by you. So that's what you need to do. God has set the standard, so you need to go by the standard of God. And he says he holds you accountable. You're responsible. He's not going to say, oh, it was the devil's fault you did it. He gonna say, no, it was your fault. Nicole, you did this, it was your fault. I'm gonna be accountable. And that's how he looks at us. So we supposed to mimic ourselves after Jesus. So that Jesus said, lived his life taking that responsibility and teaching responsibility and accountability about your actions, your thoughts, your heart, then you ought to too. So, because you'll be 5, 10, 15, 20 more years still talking about the white man. We was the fault because back in 1918, he did this or that. So, but that's not the answer God want to hear. God sees all man's sins since the beginning of time. So he know who did what. But you're going to be accountable for what you do. And the excuses about the white man or whoever man ain't going to help you with God. And it ain't helping you in this world. That's why the black culture isn't moving forward. They're singing the same song they sung 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. They'll be singing it 5 years from now. No matter who's in office, they're going to sing the same song. You see the folks already turning on Biden, you know, they don't want him either. So they're confused. What do you really want? You don't even know. You're confused. You never really had a real goal, you know what I'm saying, or what you was trying to accomplish. And a goal without Jesus involved, without God involved, it ain't going to accomplish nothing. Any real movement, any change that happened through God. If he wasn't in it, it didn't happen. It didn't benefit. It didn't go the way you wanted it to go. So that is something you need to think about moving forward. And this image thing keeps coming up. Oh, the image. Now, Trump had a $500 billion platinum plan for the black community. And this Harriet Tubman thing, like I spoke on yesterday, Harriet Tubman getting a $20 bill. Where's the plan? Where's the plan? Where's the money? This Harriet supposed to been talked about being put on the bill. It already had a set for the future years to put her on a $20 bill. So he comes in and say, oh, we're going to put Harry on a $20 bill. That's his plan. You turned down $500 billion to build your community, open businesses for an image of Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. So you actually took a pandering as something. Like, what is that doing for the community? What is businesses, her being on the $20 bill, gonna do? It's gonna spin like when Andrew Jackson was on it, the same way. And let's be assured, the white man, the Asian man, the Latino man, the Arab man, they worry about how many $20 bills they have, not about who owns them. They're going to spend them the same way. You worried about who owned the bill. They worry about how many they got in their pocket. So what is that really going to do for you? Nothing. It's just an image. All you worried about is the image of blackness, but you turned down a $500 billion plan for an image of Harriet Tubman on the bill. Now, Harriet herself was a smart woman. I wonder which one she would have picked. Harriet didn't care about images of herself. Harriet cared about her mission. So she wouldn't have not turned down $500 billion that could build a community over years of communities that you say need so much help and so much attention for an image of somebody on a $20 bill. So they pander to you. And that's what they do. Now, what I'm about to say is going to be real harsh. But I need you to choke it up, be grown about it, man, woman, and suck it up. Because the government plays the black culture, black folks, like a $20 hoe, a cheap whore. They pimp you up out like the cheapest whore on the block. That's what they do. And you fall for it every time. You allow yourself to be treated like a cheap whore. Constantly. They give you a cheap thing. Oh, put somebody on the image of a building. Oh, you are for it. $20 bill. That was it. That's all they got to do for you. They play you cheap. And you keep selling for the same thing constantly. They say the same thing year after year, election after election, and you fall for the same thing. They painted some yellow words on the sidewalk, put up some billboards of some criminals that got killed because of their behavior. And then, oh, we're going to put Harriet on a $20 bill. So that's it. That's all you worth. That's all you got. That's it. When are you going to wise up? When are you? You walk around with, I got a VP t-shirts that look like me. What's that going to do? It ain't going to change the price of tea in China. It ain't going to pay your mortgage. It ain't going to keep your lights on. It ain't going to educate your children. What is it going to do wearing a t-shirt talking about a VP look like me? What kind of person is the VP? Who is she really? Because we don't know. She picks whatever is convenient to be at the time. So who is she? So these are the things that y'all need to think about and really, really understand the type of stuff that you do. Because that image is not going to grow the culture at all. It's not going to do anything for the culture, period. Nothing. Nothing is it going to do. Stop being the ones they easy manipulate. Stop being the ones. They never had a plan for you. Never. Now we have all these people with buyer's remorse that did vote for Biden. Like I said, it was a small percentage. He didn't get but 25 to 30% of the vote. That's all he got. Now people are saying, oh, wait a minute. You didn't know what he was going to do? You didn't know that he was going to allow 8-year-olds to change their sex because an 8-year-old mind is undeveloped in body, saying they want to be something that they're not. And they stupid parents go say, I'm going to get a sex change for my 8-year-old. Because they feel like a girl today. My son feel like a girl, so I'm going to get him a sex change because he 8. And he's not even fully developed mentally or physically. So, you didn't know that? You didn't know that was his, they was going to push the LGBTQ, TPQRZD agenda? You didn't know the transgender agenda was being pushed by the Biden administration? Oh, you for woman equal rights. But yet they about to allow men to play against the women and beat them. Play with them and beat them like they're a woman and they're a man, clearly. You're going to allow them to go to the bathroom with women and have to worry about getting raped for the men going there pretending to be, oh, I feel like a woman. I'm going to go in here and get me one. You know. These are the things that we do. And it's sad because prisoners know, child molester and rapists know, I got a problem. What the hell is wrong with you? That our culture has accepted this. We have accepted the things that they're giving out. When I remember back in the day, we used to say that was white folks. No, that's what white folks do. Now, we all, it don't matter. Oh, they gonna allow transgender children to change their sex? Or they gonna allow men in the women's bathroom and with your kids, your daughters, your wives, your mother, your grandma? Where's the Me Too movement for this? Oh, it's not one for this. It's not a Me Too movement for this. It's like, how long is the black culture can continue to be silly and continue to do these things? Yes. My son is interrupting me. He did that on purpose. So, but how long are you going to allow this to happen? We used to have morals in the culture. We used to have values. We used to believe in something, family, God's family, whether we were perfect, imperfect or not, we still used to believe in these things like, oh shoot, yeah, that's first and this. No, we don't no more. We too worried about our image. A false image is what we worried about. That we don't even uphold the things that we used to uphold as a culture, and wonder why our children are lost. Why the community is morally corrupt. God said the heart is corroded. It's got corrosion in it. The heart is corroded. We have veered so far away from God that we just lied and slopped like a pig. Because pig eat anything and rolled around in it. We used to see it and be like, oh, I said that. I got to get myself. No, we get down and roll in it, have a good old time in it. In the slop. No accountability, no acknowledgement that, wait a minute, we're going off track here. What happened to the morals and the values of the black culture? These are the things that we allow. Like it ain't no big deal. Instead of saying these people gonna lost their plumb damn mind. Excuse me, Lord, but they have. We used to say that. Now we like, oh no, we going along with what they doing. It's like, really? You really gonna go along with this? You don't have no questions about it. We're gonna let these people continue to do this stuff because we have a fake black chick in there talking about she black when it's convenient to be. What happened? What happened to the black culture? And that's why I said I gave up that black card. Because I can't relate to you. I can't. How am I going to relate to people who don't stand up for children? That most adult problems come from their childhood of being raped, abused in some type of form. Things happen. When we stop standing up for that? When did we stop protecting the kids? Like, how long we gonna keep allowing this? Like, when did we start doing this? When? And think something gonna change. Then we got, oh, I go to church on the Sunday. You put on your pretty dress, your nice suit, go to the church. God said, who you going for? You going to be seen. Because you ain't going there for me. You going to be revered, to be seen, God said. Who you going for? When your heart is full of corrosion and corroded hardness, who you going for, God said? Then you say, oh, God blesses me. God, I'm blessed. I'm God. God says, don't take my mercy for blessings. You getting confused. Stop taking my mercy that I give you for blessings. God said, you ain't blessed. You just on mercy. Stop taking that as a blessing. Stop boasting about your blessings. When you sit up here and do things and back things that is not of me, and you think I'm blessing you instead of giving you mercy to get it together, giving you time. That's it. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve the enemy on one end and then come to me and say you serve me on the other. I have to be the only master of your life, God said. The only one. You can't serve two masters. You can't sit up here and believe things that I say not to, or disregard wickedness and say, oh, I'm blessed. God blesses me. He continues to bless me. No, I'm giving you mercy, God says. A lot of people confuse that with blessings. God said, I'm going to need you to get it together and understand who I truly am, what I truly believe, and what I truly stand for. Stop allowing yourselves to be used and fooled by the enemy, because that's all he does. That's all he's doing. It's embarrassing as a culture to sit up here and keep being pimped out by a government. Now they're saying, oh, we're 2 masks, we're 3. He just want to stop you from breathing. He just gonna halt the breath that God gave you now. That wicked devil, falsy, fake faucet. Okay? Now he wants to just stop you from breathing. You know, these fools gonna put 2 or 3 masks on and put them on their children. Because God said, y'all don't even got common sense no more. Don't even have common sense anymore. These people play you like puppets, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And you continue to go along with the foolishness. The black culture needs to go back to God. Because God says it's best to not know me at all, to know me and then turn away from me. We know better. Most of us was rooted in knowing the Lord. Y'all act like y'all never even met him before. Like y'all don't know, y'all ain't never met him. Wow. You ain't never been introduced to him? Because when did we start going along with stuff like this? When did we start going along with this? Abortion used to be shameful. Now it's like, you turn the corner. Every minute, every hour, somebody getting aborted, a baby. We used to be ashamed of that. We like Planned Parenthood. That Margaret Sanger designed in eugenics to destroy a whole culture, to get rid of black folks even being created. That's why they came up with the birth control pill. The birth control was to stop the conception of a black life. That's what eugenics is for. Hitler got his ideas from Margaret Sanger. And how many people did he kill? 6 million Jewish people. He wiped out the whole culture damn near. While she was trying to wrap us up with the abortion, he was and birth control. He was over here getting rid of Jewish people, trying to create blue-eyed, blonde-haired babies. He wanted to create a whole race that he didn't even look like. That's what he called the blue people, the perfect people. But we allow Margaret Senior's parenthood all in the urban neighborhoods, where 60 million babies been murdered since the 70s. 60 million and counting. You want to know why blacks are the 12% of the population? Because of abortion. Since the 70s, I was born in the 70s. I have kids and grandkids now. Imagine those babies who was aborted, how bigger our population would be. Where over 60% of the 60 million belong to us alone. That's the genocide. That's the systematic system that you agree with that's destroying the life of the black child. Not police brutality, but abortion. That's why we only 12% of the population. But we supported an administration. You asking your destroyers to do something good for you. You're slow. How you gonna ask your abuser to help you? That government funding backs Planned Parenthood. That they sell the baby's organs, the ones that's big, more older months aborted, they sell and make the organs and make a profit on top of the abortion fees, and our government backs the abortions. They're still killing most of black babies in this country to this day. That same black woman is for it because you got a vice president that look like you. You okay with that? They don't care if you die. They don't care if you get down to 8% of the population, because abortion killing a great percentage. Then you got black folks, gangs killing each other left and right. We're going to go down from 12% down lower than that. So if we don't do something about that, then that's going to continue to do. What do you think is going to happen? Black folks not having babies like they used to. Latinos are. You know, that's the culture. They want to let the immigrants in from Honduras through the border to replace you. Because they humble, see. They come from real oppression, drug dealers, where they kidnapping their kids off the street into drugs. You say something, they murder whole families. See, they running from that. But they're going to use them, give them food stamps, give them welfare, and let them build up and take your place. You remember what they did to the black folks? Gave you welfare, took the father out the home. You back in the same old administration that had been here for decades. That's doing the same thing. Of course they're going to fund Planned Parenthood. What do they care? If you abort your black baby, they could care less. Why? They don't care. Because they make enough money, they don't have to live next door to you. Remember? They don't live next door to you. They could care less. They don't care what you got in your community. You can open up penny weed shops, abortion clinics, liquor stores. You can open it all. They could care less. Be free. Why not? They don't care how the corrupt, immoral your children become. What do they care? Because they gave you your image. That's all you wanted. So you could be quiet. Oh, thank you for my image. You gave me an image. Why your whole community is being destroyed, but you got your image though. It's sad. It's absolutely sad that the black culture has become this. It's disgusting. That this is what we back in our society. And say, oh, God blesses me. No, God said, I'm giving you mercy. Stop confusing it. Please stop. Please. That's why brother turning on brother, mother turning on daughter, father turning on son, all in your community. Because these are the things that we back. We forgot about the values of God. We said, no, we're going to push those aside. Because I want to be seen. I want an image of me. I want a false sense of power that I don't even have. Because this is what we support. We support this now. This is who we are as a culture. When we used to say we have values, we have morals as a culture. Nah, we don't. Not no more. Went straight out the window. We got grandmothers at the club. Grandma ain't at home to give knowledge to the grandchild. She out at the club getting her groove on. She out there being a cougar, getting her younger thing. Where the grandmamas? This is sad. But we keep blaming the white man for our failures. Not our choices to go out there and cast a vote for perversion, immoral, in values. No, we ain't gonna take that responsibility. No, why? No, that's too much like right to take that responsibility. No, we're not gonna do that. Forget the children. Forget them. We want equality. But you support the murdering of your own existence, fool. How you gonna be equal when you always less than? It's just embarrassing at this point. It's just like, I tap out. Tap out. Take the black card. Here, have it. Because it's sad. We make excuses. Well, the white women do it, so why can't our women be pouring themselves out on the stage with their legs wide open, hopping up their butt up? Why can't we do? Why? Ugh. So white women do it, so our women can do it. So your mama smoke crack, you want to smoke crack too? The white woman doing heroin, you want to do it too? It's good for you to do it in your community because the white woman doing it. Come on, let's stop being slow. Since when did we want to do the bad of another culture just so we can be equal? It's okay. We'll be equally immoral. When did we start doing this? We have got to stop being puppets. Not using the brain and sense that God gave us. It's like we're very talented people. Even though we don't give God the credit for the talent because He the one gave them to you. But knowledgeable. We know how to do a lot of things. Creative. Oh, yes. We all of that. How you gonna be all that and dumb as a box of rocks at the same time? I mean, I just watch. You know how you just be somewhere and you be like, just let me sit and watch this culture. You just be looking like, I don't recognize black folks no more. I really don't recognize them anymore. I mean, I see them, but I don't. I don't know who they are. I don't recognize it. I don't. It's like, what happened? Something went wrong. From 1 to 100. From ages 1 to 100, something went wrong. We used to be something different. Now I'm like, I don't even recognize black folks no more. I can't even really relate. I can't. The black culture does not relate to me. I can't get in the groove of that. I can't get in the groove of being a slave, being a puppet, being pimped up like a $2 hoe. I can't do that. I can't get into that. I can't get into the lack of values, the lack of immoral. I'm like, what happened? We used to have something. We used to believe in something. Now we just believe what we told to believe. It's like, what happened? Like, really, what really happened? I don't know. I said, God, what happened? Like, we used to didn't be this way. I mean, we always had some struggles. We always was like, went through things, whether we had money or not, but we had something. We used to have something. It's gone. It has disappeared. Like, God, what happened to the black culture? Just gone. What happened? The girth, what happened? The strength, it's gone. It's like, God, what happened? I said, they don't know me. They left me. I said, they have left me. That's what happened. But I'm like, so many? God, so many? They had a walk away movement from the Lord. Like, really? So many? So many. And it's been passed down generational now. These kids don't even care about knowing who God is. And we think things gonna get better because of an image. You know, God wasn't an attractive Jesus wasn't an attractive person. He didn't want the focus to be on what he looked like. That was Satan. He was an angel, Lucifer. He was beautiful, the head of the angel choir, gorgeous. That's why he's into vanity, alluring, music, because those were his things. But Jesus was different. God made himself in the flesh, but he didn't want to be looked at for beauty. He was left for his fruit had nothing to do with his looks. It had to do with the things that he done, the message he brought, the miracles he did. It had nothing to do with that. Because he didn't want that. God didn't even want images of him. He didn't want paintings. He didn't want things of him, paintings of him. He didn't want any images of him to really be shown. Because that wasn't his focus. That wasn't what God's focus was. He didn't even want images of himself. Because we all know that image that we see, that's not, we all know that isn't the Lord. But he never wanted images of himself. And that's what we should not be focused on, images. You want to see someone like you do well. Of course, we all did. We all do. But we cannot give up the morals and values of God for these images. We can't. Image should not be our main focus. We should be living for the standard of God, not for the image of man. We should not be. I wanted to show this article. I have to look it up. The Spanish flu. It was a newspaper article. I'm trying to see if I can, the history. Let me see if I can go down here. Okay. Please wait a minute, Lord. I hate pop-ups. It's like to live through the flu. Newspapers about the pandemic being used to describe. I'm trying to find the original article. I had it before, the original newspaper. They might have took it off. members estimated to have killed 1750 million people worldwide. Researchers found came across the article. People are very anxious to know about this thing. I don't know. I have to look it up and see, but I can't find it. I had saw it before. The original article, newspaper article from the original newspaper that printed it back then about the Spanish flu. I'm gonna have to find it on next time because I've said the original newspaper out that let me see. Yeah, they probably took it off. Somebody had posted the original article. Cities and Oakland had infected 120 cases. I can't. Yeah, they're not giving me the original article. I think somebody else posted, and that's where I got it. But when I find it, I will show it that what happened. Mm-hmm. Let me a second. Let me go back up here. No, I can't find it. We're not finding. Ain't this something? Yeah, I got to find it because I can't find the original news article. But when I find it, I will post it. Somebody else had it. Um, about what happened about the mask because Google probably took it off because Google is censoring any truth they don't want you to know, just like Twitter and Facebook and all these people. YouTube they censoring any true information. But when I find it, I'll um, post it so people can see it. But that's basically all I have to say for today. I hope people really think about what I've said and take it to he because I want to say something else. I don't love y'all like God do. He the one that love y'all. So the only reason I'm on here is because God has chosen his vessels to go out and speak. Whether y'all listen or not, that's on y'all. Because, like I said, it ain't going to affect me from getting in heaven. But I'm obedient to God. So he has his vessels to come out here and speak the things that he wants to do. Because that's how God works. He wants us to say what he have to say. And what he wants to be known, to wake you up, because he's giving you mercy and trying to give you time to get it together. So he has us warriors who are obedient to him to go out and preach his messages. Another thing God said was, watch what come out your mouth. Watch what you say about the vessels that God sends, because he's the one that sent them. Now, like me, I could care less what people say, because it don't make me or break me. But he said, watch what come out your mouth. Halt your words and watch what you say. It ain't got no power or nothing, but God hates gossip. But watch what you say about his vessels, he said. Watch your mouth. So, like I said, it doesn't affect me, and it don't really affect other people who we know what God tell us to do. But he said, watch what you say, because he can hear what you're saying. So he said, watch what your mouth say about my vessels. It's doing my assignments I sent him to do, because he's going to hold you accountable for it. So, that is it for today. And everybody have a blessed day. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Hopefully I have that article. Bye-bye.